We're live.
We're live.
Hey, it's Chris Homestead and the Hard Way, and I got something I want to show everybody. A little bit of a garden update and some things we're going to talk about. That's nutgrass. That's the nut on the end of it. And it looks like an acorn or something. I don't know if you can see it. Pigs love them, but they are the devil in your garden. It's almost impossible to get rid of. And anybody in the South may have it. So let me show you right here the way I try to do it. Not that this works that good. Go way down deep under it and pull it up. And kick the dirt off of it. See, I got the nut on that one. I got lucky. The ground's wet. And while the ground's wet, you may do a little better job, especially if it's light land. You may have a little more luck at getting it out. Plowing it won't do nothing but spread it. Flat chopping it won't do nothing but spread it. And it'll worry you to death. We're cutting a little bit of broccoli. The broccoli's trying to bolt. Some of that stir-fry broccoli, we planted it was definitely a mistake. We're breaking a little bit of lettuce.
Oh, the lettuce is over there.
And we got a row of onions and lettuce and potatoes. We got broccoli and cabbage. Those are all bell peppers.
Cauliflower.
Yeah, some cauliflower at the end of the broccoli. These are all cabbage collards. Got a row of squash and cucumbers. And then we got a row of sunflowers on each side of a row of watermelons. Now the reason there's 2 rows of sunflowers is really when you plant watermelons, they run so far that you leave a row out.
And shade.
But I put sunflowers on them so it wouldn't be a wasted row. We'll feed them to the chickens. And they shade the watermelons a little bit. Normally you let your watermelons grow up, let the grass take them, but I don't like the way that looks. So we plant a little bit for shade. I'm gonna let her walk around and show you everything while I finish chopping this row. But something I do want to talk to you about. One thing I try not to perpetuate is the homestead fairy tale. That everything always works smooth, that you never have any problems, that it's easy to do. And I want to show you our other garden. Bear with me just a minute. She's going to show you around. I'm going to chop, but let me finish this and we'll take you down and show you the other garden. We'll show you the tadpoles in the other garden.
Okay. These are cucumbers down here, right, baby?
Yeah, cut it off.
Okay.
Hey, we're down here at the other garden now. Disaster area. They're paying out across this. I want you to understand, you can't walk in there. On that other end, maybe just a little bit. There's a row of Georgia collards and a row of broccoli. There's a few plants there of that same stir-fry broccoli that's not doing good. The rest of it's not making it. There's some stuff planted down here. I run the rows and planted about half of it 2 weeks ago. There's a few cucumbers trying to come up. I don't know much about growing rice, but I think it might be the ideal crop. But let me explain this to you. This ain't normal. This ain't normal at all. This piece of black land down here is usually my ace in the hole when it comes to growing something. This is good land. And I have never in my life, not in Fran, Floyd, the 500-year flood, never in my life have I seen water standing there. And it being so wet you couldn't walk in it. Now down here, I've seen water stand over here before. There's
New
beets
pond.
planted. Strain beans rotted, I guess. Never seen water over here. From about right here that way would get wet sometimes. Never really have water stand in it, but it would get wet. But let me show you what we're dealing with now. I don't know if you can see, now you can't see them.
Jake was trying to catch him.
There they are.
Step over. Do you see
There you
little
go,
black
right
dots
there.
swimming around? There's thousands of them. Maybe I can enlarge it a little bit so you can see them. You see them? That's tadpoles. Thousands of tadpoles. Oh, you can probably see them better. The little black dots. Yep, they're starting to swim now. You can see them. All those little tadpoles. Everywhere. Look. Everywhere you look, there's little black dots. Jake wants to catch him so bad he can't stand it.
I don't know what that is, Jake, you're playing with.
There's algae.
Algae. Yeah, that's even better.
Now we have algae. He just picked it up. It's algae. Just stop. Just stop before you get some kind of something. And that used to be part of the garden. We planted that with cucumbers last year. It's a swamp now.
And the bad part about it is we need it. We need this garden. We need what we can grow on it. And if something doesn't change, I don't know where we're going to plant okra. I don't know where we're going to plant the sweet potatoes. I don't know where we're going to plant the other 2 rows of cucumbers we need, the other 2 rows of squash we need, the 3 or 4 rows of string beans, 3 or 4 rows of butter beans. I don't know where we're going to put them. And this place is dried out, and I've dished it up and got it to dry out and run rows twice already. And now look at what we got. And I don't know what to do. Unless I dish my front yard up, this high land, I don't know what to do. But this is the kind of stuff you got to deal with. A lot of people don't show you this. All they show you is the good stuff, and I just want to make sure you knew the truth. But anyway, I want to ask you a favor, and this is something we don't normally ask. I normally don't ask people to subscribe to me. I normally don't ask people to do anything, really. But we've got a little conundrum. We were going to do some live streams on the cell phone. We've got a cow fixing to have a calf, and we had been planning for a month or 2, hoping timing will work out where we could live stream the cow having a calf. Well, now YouTube has changed the rules on us, and you got to have 1,000 subscribers to be able to live stream off the cell phone. We do our live streams on Fridays on the laptop. But try to share us around a little bit again. The last time I asked people to do it, we got a lot of results. But try to share it around on social media and maybe tell some people about it. Try to get us out there a little bit more. I don't worry too much about subs, and I don't worry. We're not planning on ever monetizing, so that's not a big concern. But I would like to be able to do a live off the phone. So if you don't mind helping me out, I would appreciate it. And remember, you never plow a field, but turn it over in your mind. And remember, if you don't remember anything else I've ever told you, that you'll get closer to God trying to farm, because you'll spend half your life praying for it to rain and half your life praying for it to stop. But y'all have a good Easter, and thank you for watching.